Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video in Vlogmas. I'm not exactly sure what day this video is going up, so I'm not going to say what day it is, but hopefully we've been posting every single day in the month of December at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, and today we're going to be talking about the worst products that I tried in 2022, and I only have 10 of them. 2, 4, 6. I only have 10 of them. It was really hard to come up with products that I felt like were like actually bad this year. I will say I didn't try as many products this year maybe as I have in years past, but I do have 10 products that I definitely feel like could be considered worst of makeup 2022 to discuss with you guys today. So if you're interested in hearing a little bit more about the 10 worst products that I tried this year, stay tuned. First, if you haven't yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project painting content or just chit-chatting about makeup, I'd love if you'd consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. Okay guys, I'm going to start with the 2 products that I no longer have in my collection. I'll post pictures over here. Both are foundations. Both I purchased at the tail end of 2022 but did not get around to trying until 2023. So up first, we have the NYX Blur Foundation. Oh my goodness, was this absolutely terrible. If you have dry skin, stay as far freaking away from this product as you possibly can. It was such a thick, sticky, heavy, just icky feeling formula on the skin, and it clung to every single dry patch that I had. I wore this maybe like 4 or 5 days, and I was so embarrassed every single time that I did, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's for science, it's for YouTube, like I have to know. But like my skin looked so bad. Even after like I made an effort to make sure my face was like, I had shaved my face, I had exfoliated, like we had smooth baby's butt skin, and this still looked like absolute crap and so dry and so just on my skin. Such a bad product in my opinion, such a disappointment because I was so excited for this foundation. Not a good situation. I will say this year I've definitely learned I'm becoming more and more picky about my foundations as my skin gets a little bit more old and a little bit more crinkly, but that was not a good one. And then the Makeup by Mario foundation. Oh my gosh, I was so excited about this. I thought this was going to be my new favorite foundation. So perfect for me. I thought it was going to have this beautiful, healthy skin like glow, medium coverage, which I thought that's my preference. I thought it was gonna be so beautiful. Again, just made me look aged. It was heavy on the skin. It clung to dry patches, but it wasn't like a matte foundation, but it just like, I specifically, like if something's clinging to dry patches, the first place I'll notice it is up on the right side of my hairline, and that is, I noticed that. So I noticed that right away, and then it just, you know, when you, like I don't even feel like I have like large pores, like that is not necessarily like a concern of mine, but I feel like it just like sunk into every fine line, every pore, and it made me look like I was like dressing up as like a 95-year-old on Halloween. Like it was like I was wearing like a mask or costume makeup that just like made my face look wrinkled, heavy, saggy. Like it was just not a good situation. Not a good situation. Did not like that product. This is newer to my collection, and I am falling into the camp of I don't like this. It's the Merit Cream Shadow. I have mine in the shade Vachetta. It's just a really dry formula. I'm not the target audience for this. It is definitely a shade that I would use, but I'm not someone who typically like just wears one shadow and am done. I find this hard to blend. I find that this is a bit patchy. And I just don't really have a purpose or a use for this. I should try this with like my KVD shadow stick, like a sparkly shadow stick all over it. Maybe I would like it that way. But it is like, now that it's on my skin, it is the tuggiest, driest, like right away. And do you see how this line is a little bit darker and so patchy, so patchy. So even though I'm not the target audience, I feel like I can say that this is patchy, hard to blend in, just not a good product for me. Okay, this one pains me to say, and I will say off of first impression, before like a day goes by, I do really like this product. But the What's Up Beauty Watch Me mascara, first of all, they killed it with the packaging. This is really heavy, really nice packaging. So their mascara, first they have a bit of more of like a standard wand, kind of reminds me of just like old school Maybelline mascara, like that kind of a wand. But what I do really like is there are a few different sides. So like up at the top, it's like a bit thinner, more of like rubber bristles. But then you have more of like a fluffy wand on the other side. So you can really like comb your lashes out, get a lot of separation, get some length going with the rubber bristle side. And then you can get some volume and fluffiness going with the fluffier wand side. My gripe with this is it's extremely heavy. I feel like it weighs my lashes down and then it just transfers, and it transfers after like maybe an hour and a half, and I just like cannot do it. I think this is rather expensive as well, so definitely one of my least favorite mascaras I've tried in a while. I love it off of first impression. The first hour and a half I really enjoyed. I will say I do feel like it does weigh my lashes down, but we make it work and it looks so pretty at first. But then about an hour and a half to 2 hours into wearing this, it's an absolute disaster. So that one's really sad. I am going to be ranking every single palette that I tried this year, but I literally had to mention this in my worst products of this year because there are truly no excuses for the Lawless, the lavender one eyeshadow palette. And I love Lawless Beauty, so it pains me to say this. This shade right here, I would rather take my daughter's chalk, crush it up, and put chalk on my eyes as opposed to this. I'm actually feeling like fury as I'm talking about this. It is the worst matte shadow I think I've ever tried in my life. It is so patchy. You can't blend this. It is the most disgusting. It's the most disgusting excuse for an eyeshadow I've ever used in my life. How this ever made it into production, I truly do not get it. The worst eyeshadow I think I've ever tried. And then the rest of the matte shadows, dusty, chalky, not great. Even like these easy shades, like I can do this in the crease and a shimmer shadow all over the lid. It's nothing beautiful. Like it's not special, it's not pretty. The only like shimmer shadow I was really like into, I can't remember if it was this one or this one. This is absolute trash. Like this is like you taking $27. Like your time would be better spent taking $27 and walking to the trash can that you have in your home and putting your $27 in that trash can, as opposed to spending the time to drive or go online and search Sephora or Lawless or whatever and put this in your cart and have it shipped to you. Like it's absolute trash. And that's how I feel about that. This Youthforia setting spray, I've talked about quite a bit on my channel recently, the pregame setting spray. This is the pre-gamer. This is me my freshman year of college when we went to a football game and I tried to lay under the bleachers before the game even started because I had had too many Diet Cokes and Malibu rum, of all things, disgusting. And then I got sent home, and my boyfriend at the time didn't walk me to his home. He let me walk alone. And that relationship didn't work out. Can you imagine? This is not a good pre-gamer. I learned to pre-game, okay? I learned. I was like, I'm gonna get it together after that situation. And I'm never being left to walk home alone with a full freaking key ring of keys to get into the duplex home and then not know which key it was out of the 87 keys on the key ring, so that I'm sitting outside on the curb crying because I don't know how to get into the home and no one walked home with me. That is not someone you want to be with, folks. And I'm not talking about myself, even though you probably don't want to be with little freshman me being a really lame pre-gamer, but like, come on, I should have had a better boyfriend than that. Anyway, this spray, not good. This does nothing special. Like literally go buy the Makeup Revolution Hydrate Spray. Like get that. This is $36. Where does Youthforia get away with charging $36 for this piece of garbage that they couldn't honestly get a better spray on? I love the packaging, but like this just not worth $36. It's absolutely ridiculous. They're charging $36 for a setting spray. Honestly, anyone charging over like $20, and this, I'm looking at you, Urban Decay. Why are we charging so much for freaking water spraying on our face? And I love to miss my face, and I'm still gonna spend the money, but it should be a crime. This piece of garbage, That was very expensive. This is from Peter Thomas Roth. It's the Instant Firm No Filter Primer. Who can get this to work for them? Literally who? I feel like I've seen comments that are like, oh, like it's a firming primer, so obviously it's gonna like pill a little if you're not careful. You guys, I wore this on its freaking own, not putting anything on it. Like I just wore it as a primer. I did my brows, I did my mascara, and I went on for the day. And this pilled like a disgusting mess. I had little pilly balls of primer at my desk wearing this, atrocity? Wearing this absolute atrocity of a situation. I could feel this firming my face. Like I could feel my face getting tighter, but then it just like expelled pores, expelled balls of primer. Like it was like my skin going, oh, we don't want this. And then like, no. And I want to say this is over, like it was $45. Was it 40, 45? Absolutely not. What an absolute waste of freaking money. I do not get it. I do not get it. I've tried so hard to make this work for me. It's terrible. One of the worst products I've tried in a while. This one I'm not sure if I'm going to get rid of or keep. I did see my friend Laura say that I should try this for sweaty gym makeup. And I do want to try it, but this is like an extra level of sweat. Like this looks like I probably just attempted to run a marathon, and like before I ran the marathon, I ate like a Big Mac, and then like, well, maybe I ate like the burger bundle box. So 2 cheeseburgers, 2 medium fries, and 20 nuggets, and then tried to run a marathon. It's just like, it's like next level sweaty, but it's from Undone Beauty. It's the primer oil, and I thought this would be cool because it's $18. And it has these like little silver balls on the end. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna rub away every wrinkle that's ever been created on my skin by using this primer. Not the situation. You really can't control the amount of product that you're getting out, and you need the smallest amount of product. And still, it's like it's such a heavy feeling on the skin. It's just not comfortable. I'd rather just use a skincare oil. Like, oh, not good, not good. Okay, this is such a disappointment from Laura Mercier. I don't feel as passionately about this as I have some of these other products, but and I was going to declutter this, but maybe I'll try one more time to use this. The Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation. It was like teetering on the line of like dewy and too dewy. And I feel like this was too dewy, so it settled into every line and made me look aged. Like it just made me look like I had like an old person mask on for Halloween. Like, do you know what I mean? Like when you're like that, do you know what this means? Just made my skin look heavy, droopy, full of pores that I didn't even know I had, and it just wasn't pretty. So I might try that one more time. And then if you like a lip plumping gloss, you'll probably really like this, but I wanted to shout this out because I just really didn't enjoy this. I'm gonna put it on now for my own pain. You know, I really just went ham at some of these products. Maybe I need a little bit of punishment for being a little bit too harsh, but I don't feel like I was being too harsh because some of these products. It's from Patrick Ta. I got this in one of the, oh my gosh, already I'm like so uncomfortable. I got this from one of the Sephora favorite sets. It is the plumping gloss. It's pretty on the lips, but like it hurts. And I don't really like it. I'd rather just use Flawless Forget the Filler. Like, just use Flawless Forget the Filler. This just like, it's actually, I'm like, okay, maybe it is pretty. Should I keep this? I can feel it on my tongue right now, but I'm like, okay, maybe I do really like this. Maybe I'm like eating my words here. If you like a painful gloss, I don't feel like it's quite as painful as like Nabla Viper, but like it just wasn't comfortable, and it really, yeah, it's really starting to like settle in now. I'm like, not loving it. I'd rather just use Flawless Forget the Filler. Those are the worst products I tried this year. Nothing too crazy, nothing like too bad. I mean, yeah, there were some products that were really bad, but not that many. I would love to know what is the worst product or couple of products that you tried down below. Let a girl know in the comments below. Other than that, thank you guys so much for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting me and my channel as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.